What is good, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today, well, we're back at it with this, guys. We got the NFL Week 7 predictions here, and I'm ready to tell you who I got for this week, and I'm ready for a more exciting war to happen on Sunday and Thursday Night Football and Monday Night Football. So, yeah, guys, so if you guys enjoy this video at the end, make sure y'all like and subscribe, and we're gonna get into this. So the first game we got the Steelers at the Bengals. Well, the Steelers, man, they beat the Browns, and they didn't have to do much to beat the Browns. So nothing really impressive there. Their defense hasn't actually been the greatest, actually. Well, actually, their defense has actually been pretty solid this year, but it's kind of, I don't know, in a way toned down from all that hype and stuff and all that. But Aaron Rodgers, though, has been looking very good. His connection with DK Metcalf has been very good this year, and they're 4-1. So the Steelers, there's that. Meanwhile, the Bengals, they did lose to the Packers, but we did get Joe Flacco, obviously. But Joe Flacco, he didn't look terrible. He didn't look terrible, and he didn't look the greatest. So we'll take that. But this is the retirement bowl, literally. Two old quarterbacks going at it. Don't really got many expectations for the Bengals anymore this year. But this game, I have been always a bit weird, and all kinds of other emotions for the Steelers. Therefore, this game should be interesting because at some point I do expect Aaron Rodgers to have a bad game, and A-Rod, I mean, he's still, I don't know. Aaron Rodgers, the Steelers offense just still doesn't get to me, and I feel like they're going to be due for a bad game. And the Bengals, they've had, no offense for the past 3 weeks, so give me my Bengals. Yes, I'm a Bengals fan. I don't even care. Give me my Bengals to beat the freaking Pittsburgh Steelers at home, actually, in the whiteout Thursday Night Football game on Prime, and I will take the Bengals 27-13 because I don't care if I'm a Bengals fan. Oh well, I think we'll win this game. Next game, you got the Rams at the Jaguars. The Rams, well, they beat the Baltimore Ravens and all that. That's all that matters. I mean, they had a terrible game on offense, but they still put up 17, and it was enough to beat Cooper Rush and Tyler Huntley or whoever the heck the Ravens had at quarterback. So yeah, the Rams, they're 4-2. They're taking on Jacksonville, which actually lost to the Seahawks. Jacksonville just couldn't really get a lot of run game going, actually. The run game just couldn't get going at all. Trevor Lawrence did have a decent game, but it wasn't enough for the Seahawks. Wasn't enough to beat the Seahawks, and they missed extra points, and all kinds of crazy stuff happened in that game. And yeah. However, I actually am going to go with the Rams here in this game. This could be an interesting game. This could go back and forth. But I think the Rams are a better built team, and I think they're going to bounce back on offense from last week. So give me the Rams 26-16. It should be semi-close, but I don't think Jacksonville knocks off the Rams. So yeah, there's that. Next up, you got the New Orleans Saints at the Chicago Bears. Okay, Saints. Well, the Saints lost into a kind of a close one with the New England Patriots. They could have knocked them off, but they decided to take the L instead. Their offense didn't look terrible, but this Saints team, still no expectations. They're 1-5. Their season's pretty much done. So, done. And that's what I mean by done. And they're competing with the Bucks, which are 5-1. So, good luck with that, Saints. But yeah, the Saints, they're cooked. Not much of a squad there. Taking on the Bears, which actually the Bears actually knocked off Washington. So the Bears, their offense showed off against Washington, and yeah, they got the win. And Chicago is 3-2, and they're taking on the Saints. And therefore, I'm actually going to take the Bears here. I'm going to go with the Bears 30-10. I think the Saints are bums, and they just haven't got no players, man. They ain't got no players, and even if they were to have players now, they're cooked still. So give me the Bears there. Next up, you got the Dolphins at Browns. Another poop game. The Dolphins, wow, a lot of these 1 o'clock games are really poop. So, yeah. We're just going to refer it to that. But yeah, the Dolphins. Wow. The Dolphins, man. They lost to the Chargers. Almost had it in them. Achane had a good game. And Tua, oh man, 3 interceptions. You got to be kidding me. It's Tua. It's the Dolphins. It's Tyreek Hill's injuries. The coaching's bad. The organization. The Miami Dolphins are falling apart, guys. And they're getting cooked. And I wouldn't be surprised they'd lose to the Cleveland Browns, which the Cleveland Browns, they couldn't do crap to the Steelers. So, and that's all there pretty much is to it for the Browns. The Browns could frick around and find out and actually win this game, but honestly, I have the Dolphins winning here. They have more skilled players, even though they're not using their skills, but I think the Dolphins are bad, but I don't think their Browns bad. So, yeah, I'm just going to take the Dolphins here with a safe pick, 24-13, and yeah, Dolphins are buns still. Next game, you got the Patriots at the Titans. The Patriots. Look at them Patriots cook. They beat the Saints barely, though. A little bit of a scare game there. But they beat the Saints, and they're 4-2. They're the leader of the division so far. And, yeah, the Patriots, they're beating all my expectations right now. Taking on the Tennessee Titans, which actually, this is a Mike Vrabel game, so this should be really fun. Taking on the Titans, which, yeah, the Titans are just poop, bro. They're so bad. Their offense is just terrible. Like, there's no telling how good that defense is without the offense just doing nothing, you know. So it's like, damn, bro. It's like it's like the Titans are just so bad. Like, they're actually so bad. Cam Ward, I feel bad for you to be stuck with the Titans, but yeah. Do think this is going to be a little bit of a low-scoring game because I feel like the Titans' defense isn't terrible. It's just their offense is bad. So, give me the Patriots 23-7. The Titans should be able to score at least one touchdown because that's all they've been doing almost every week. Sometimes not. So, at least they could score one touchdown. But, yeah. Titans, you're no match for the Patriots this week. You guys are getting slapped. But, yeah. Next game, you got Raiders at Chiefs. The Raiders, well, they barely actually beat the Titans. And, yeah, Geno Smith, still poop, throwing interceptions, like usual. And, yeah, they didn't have to do much. Genty had a decent game, and they got the win, and that's all that mattered for the Raiders. So, yeah, they got the win. Taking on Kansas City, which Kansas City, hey, they beat Detroit. Now, I knew either way that I really should have took Kansas City. Originally, I was going to take Kansas City against the Lions, but then I was, like, overhyping the Lions a little bit. Not saying the Lions are bad or anything, but I'm just saying the Lions are, you know, they have a better record and stuff, so I would expect the Chiefs to try to bounce back from this. I don't know. It's really hard to explain on my part of that. But yeah, but the Chiefs, they're going to take care of business here. Give me the Chiefs 21-9. Probably a weird score because the Mahomes offense is still not that good. So, give me the Chiefs 21-9. And yeah, we'll see how that goes. Next game, you got the Eagles at Vikings. The Eagles, wow, 2-game losing streak. Got blown out by the Giants on Thursday Night Football in New York. How did that happen? How? Just how? Their defense played and their offense didn't play any better. Jalen Hurts missing wide open passes, and wow, he's just been getting clowned in the media saying that he can't throw the ball and stuff. Oh boy, here come those Jalen haters, and I think this is a game he'll have. He'll have a good game, I think, against Minnesota's defense for some reason. Just because of all this internet hate, you already know he's ready to cook. So, but yeah, I mean, the Eagles, Saquon didn't look bad, but in the first half at least, and then the second half he was just quiet. So, and then their offense just couldn't push the ball downfield. So, yikes. The Eagles might be in a little bit of trouble, but they're taking on the Vikings, which I think are still stuck with Carson Wentz. So, either way, I think Eagles are going to win this 31-14. Should be pretty easy game for the Philadelphia Eagles. And, yeah, they shall bounce back. Next game, you got Panthers at Jets. The Panthers getting a W against the Dallas Cowboys. Bryce Young has looked very good. He's starting to settle in now. He had a slow start to the season. I think they started 0-3, and now they're 3-3. So I think this is a 3-game winning streak for them. I'm not too sure. No, it's actually 2-game winning streak. Never mind. But they started 0-2, and now they're 3-3. So the Panthers, they could be fighting in the division now. I don't know, but they are taking on the Jets, which the Jets, what was that game against Denver, bro? What was that? Their offense, terrible, bro. Like, oh my goodness, I don't even know. The Jets just have every issue. The Jets are just so bad, bro. I feel bad for the dang Jets, bro. It's so bad there. But, guys, I actually have an upset pick here. I am actually going to take the Jets to get their first win of the season here. Just because I feel like, you know, since it's against Carolina, and Carolina still is, like, still kind of a team that's been, I don't know. It's been, like, a back-and-forth roller coaster with them. So, I have no idea what it is with them. But I am going to take the Jets to get their first win of the season, 20-17. I feel like the Carolina Panthers are still yet to have stuff to prove. And, yeah, I just can't see Carolina being 4-3, honestly. But, either way, got the Jets winning here. Their first game, and their probably only game of the season. Next game, you got the Broncos and the Giants in Denver at 4 o'clock games now. You got the Giants knocking off the Eagles. Cam Scatterboo, Jackson Dart, man, have been cooking. Cam Scatterboo with 3 tutties last week. And Jackson Dart looked great against that defense. He started looking really comfortable in that pocket, and that's scary. The Giants might have themselves a quarterback, but Malik Neighbors is hurt, so that's kind of that's kind of not a good thing. But taking on the Broncos, which the Broncos also had like no offense against the Jets defense, which the Jets were supposed to be known to have a good defense, and then they kind of had a downhill year last year, and then this year carrying on to it. But looked good against the Broncos though. Kept them from scoring more than 15 or something like that points. Oh well, it doesn't matter. Yeah, I got the Broncos still winning this game. I'm gonna take the Broncos 28-17 because yeah, I think the Broncos should be able to handle the Giants. Wouldn't be surprised the Giants upset them though. I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, the Giants are on a roll here, so hey, let them cook. Next game, you got the Colts at Chargers. The Colts, jeez Louise, they're 5-1 with Daniel Jones. Oh my goodness, they took on the Cardinals. And they actually beat them. The Cardinals actually gave up a fight against them. With Jacoby Brissett, I think it was, because Kyler Murray got hurt, and yet they still got the win though. Taking on the Chargers, which actually looked, yikes, they looked a little scary, and not in a good way against the Dolphins, because oh boy, the game was a little bit too close for Mike Comfort. Ladd McConkey finally had a touchdown though. Oh, actually, I think that's like his second on the year or something like that. But Ladd McConkey had a good game, and yeah, so did that one weird running back on the Chargers. I don't remember his name, but he also had a crazy game. So yeah, this should be an interesting game though here, guys. And honestly, I'm gonna give the edge to the Chargers. I think the Chargers win 22-19 in overtime. I think the Chargers get the W here, honestly, because the Colts, they've been on a crazy run. They're 5-1. I think the Colts are due for at least one more loss real quick before they go on like a 3-game win streak. Maybe, who knows? I don't know who the Colts play after Chargers, which I actually think it's Tennessee, so they'll definitely beat Tennessee after this. So, yeah, the Colts are due for a loss here. Give me the Chargers, even though I wouldn't be surprised the Colts win. Next game, you got Commanders at Cowboys. The Commanders, well, yikes. Took on the Bears. They lost. It was a close game, but they're 3-3, and they're in a little bit of a trouble spot here. Jane Daniels has been hurt for a while, and yeah, it costed the Commanders some losses here, so yikes. And Noah Brown's hurt, so that's not any help to the offense. Taking on the Cowboys, which actually lost to the Panthers, Dak Prescott has been looking good, but that defense has not. That defense is really bad. They let the Panthers score 30 on them, and they lost that game too. So, yikes. And they're 2-3-1. So, the Cowboys, Commanders. Interesting game here. Gonna take the Commanders here, though. I think the Commanders slip out a win. Maybe a close game, 24-20. The Cowboys just have no defense, so I feel like the Commanders get a game-winning touchdown or something funny to make that defense look even more humiliated. So, Commanders, you guys get the win here. If the Cowboys win this game against y'all, Commanders might be in trouble. Just saying. Next game, we got Packers at Cardinals. The Packers, well, as we talked about, they beat the Bengals. Jordan Love had some turnover problems against us, but other than that, you know, Josh Jacobs, they did their thing. Jordan Love still had a good game, even with the turnover. So, yeah, the Packers, they're still looking in shape. They're 3-1-1, which is kind of crazy. Taking on the Cardinals here, which have Jacoby Brissett, I think, still. I have no idea what that's going to happen with him. So, he did have a great game last week, but yeah, I think the Cardinals are kind of cooked here. So, yeah. Give me the Packers 34-6. I think Jacoby Brissett's going to fall like trash now. So, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. So, give me the Packers here 34-6. Next game, you got Falcons at 49ers. The Falcons, they knocked off the Buffalo Bills. Bijan Robinson looked amazing. Drake London, Michael Penix, the big three, looked amazing against the Buffalo Bills. They knocked them off, guys, and yeah, what a crazy game that was. What a crazy game that was. And for the 49ers, well, they did take a loss to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They did put up a fight, though, which this 49ers team is just weird. And Mac Jones did throw 2 interceptions for, like, his first game, so we can't really blame him for too much. But the Niners, Falcons, this should be an interesting and fun game. And the Niners are supposed to have Kittle back, too, I guess, for this game. And Purdy is still limited with a toe injury, so don't know if he'll be coming back. But honestly, even if he doesn't, Mac Jones is getting a big weapon this week, so this is going to be interesting to see. I do actually think the Falcons are going to come on top of here, 27-16. I think the Niners, their little carousel has kind of slowed down in a way. I feel like, I just don't know. The 49ers are like the weirdest team in the NFL right now, just because of this Mac Jones looking good thing. And then he had a bad game, so who knows if he's going to collapse fully like he used to, or he's just going to return, have a good game, and win the game, actually. So, we will see there. But I am going to take the Falcons 27-16. And for the next game on Monday Night Football, you got the Buccaneers and Lions. One of the two games. The Buccaneers, well, as we talked about, they beat the 49ers. Baker Mayfield, Mr. Clutch. And, yeah, Emeka Egbuka, I think, got hurt in that game. But he'll be definitely coming back for Detroit. Mike Evans still hurt, but he is questionable this week, so I think he'll be coming back. Emeka Egbuka is also questionable, actually. So Chris Godwin and Tez Johnson might have to take over for this game, which Tez Johnson actually had a 40-yard touchdown for his first one, which is great. Baker Mayfield slinging the rock, man. And for the Lions, they lost against the Chiefs. Their offense just couldn't get too much going against that Chiefs defense. Jared Goff had he had a good game, but it was just wasn't enough to beat the Chiefs, and the Chiefs just took over that game fully. So yeah, but this should be a fun game. However, due to a lot of these Buccaneers injuries, I actually am going to give it to the Lions here, 41-33, high scoring game, very high scoring game, but I think the Lions win just because of the Buccaneers injuries. So I think the Lions get lucky here and beat Tampa Bay, because then, yeah, I think Tez Johnson is the next one to step up for the Bucs. And I think Tez would probably do it, because Emeka Egbuka looks like Jesus right now. But, yeah, give me the Lions here, 41-33. And for the last game on Monday Night Football, you got the Texans at Seahawks. The Texans were on a bye week, actually, before beating the absolute crap out of the Baltimore Ravens CJ Stroud looked amazing. Nick Chubb had a good game against the Ravens, and everything worked out fully with the Texans against those Baltimore Ravens without Lamar Jackson, obviously. But still, the Texans' offense looked really good. They are 2-3 though. Slow start to the season, taking on the Seahawks, which beat the Jacksonville Jaguars. They had enough offense, and Jackson Smith-Njigba had looked amazing. He's the number 1 receiver in receiving yards. So, yeah, the Seahawks are cooking with him, and yeah. But this is an interesting game here, though. And honestly, I think I'm gonna take the Texans again here because I feel like I liked a lot of what that offense looked like last week. And after that, I think this is where they start to clean up their season a little bit more. So give me the Houston Texans. And the Seahawks, you know, Jackson Smith-Njigba is probably going to have another big old game. But, yeah, give me the Texans 30-26 to beat the Seahawks there. And I actually forgot at the start of the video to talk about the bye week teams. So the teams that we won't be talking about. And, yeah, since I already ended the video, the bye week teams are the Ravens and the Bills. And that is the end of this video, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure y'all like and subscribe. Turn that bell on for all notifications not to miss one of my videos. And yeah, guys, let me know what you guys think about these picks in the comments below. And we will see you all next time. Peace out.